Let's spend a few moments talking about color, the last step in your fountain selection and probably one of the most pleasurable parts of the selection process. And I'm going to use examples from one of our manufacturers, Fiore Stone, to give you an idea of the different types of finishes that are available on fountains. The first finish and the most typical finish is what we refer to as an acrylic finish, or some manufacturers refer to it as a patina finish. And what it is an acrylic base coat with an antique. In this case, we have a medium red base with a white titanium antique to give a color that is somewhat closer to a pale pink color. Acrylic finishes are very durable, long-lasting. Lighter finishes tend to weather better than dark finishes. And that's the elements of sun and heat and Mother Nature taking the toll on the very dark colors, which will tend to get paler faster over the age of the fountain life. The next type of finish we've got is what are called a stain finish. And a stain finish is a unique finish, and a fountain that is stained is going to be different from the very next fountain that's undergone the same staining process. A stain is simply the interaction of an acid metallic salt with the alkali in the limestone or the concrete. And dependent on temperature and humidity, you get different levels of color uptake. It gives you a very rich depth of finish, and one of the unique things about stain finishes is when they're wetted, they give you an even darker or richer color compared to the dry surfaces that are there. Now this stain finish happens to be a two-part stain finish. Some of our manufacturers have three-part stain finishes, laying down the initial metallic salt base and then going over it with another level of different color and another level of different color. These fountains are, as I said, very unique. No fountain is going to look like the sister fountain made at the same point in time based on the chemical reaction within the concrete. Then there's another group of finishes called washes. And a wash is simply an acrylic that is diluted, base put down, and then it is simply washed out to give it kind of a stone finish or a monochromatic finish. Now the thing about color swatches, when viewed on the internet, internet makes it difficult. Not that the color swatches are difficult to ascertain their true color, but your monitor intensity, the type of device you're viewing the color on, may give the rendering of the tile from the manufacturer a different quality. And when that happens, what we request that you do, and probably the easiest thing to do, is to give us a call at Water Feature Pros. Most of us have worked with all of these colors for years and can provide you with an appropriate sample of the color in its true nature, either through a photograph, or if that isn't, you're not comfortable with that, we can provide you with sample tiles as an option from which to select your final color.